Time now for News Extra, today brought to you by Gehring Civic Center. Here's Kevin Mooney.
Thank you, Dennis. Good morning, everyone. Billy Estes is here to talk about things going on at the Midwest Theater. Now, I did mention that the Performing Arts Series, he might have an announcement about that. We're going to wait a while because you still got contracts to
I still have a couple of the contracts I don't have quite battened up yet, so
okay,
we're getting really close to it.
All right, we'll wait on that. Summer movies, real quick.
Summer movies are in full swing. We got 3 more to go. We have Rise of the Guardians this week, June 27th. Then we take the 4th of July off. Then we'll be back in swing for 2 more weeks, July 11th with Paranorman, and July 18th with Alvin and the Chipmunks Chipwrecked. So those show at 9 and 1:30 on Thursdays. If you're wanting to avoid the craziness of the afternoons, which they have been upwards of 500, almost 600 kids every afternoon, I would highly encourage you to come in the morning. It's much quieter. It's about 130 or so. It's dramatically different. If the afternoon's a little too crazy for you, come in the morning, or if you like it all, come whenever. It's a lot of fun. You've had a day at the theater after you've done a day of summer movies.
All right.
It's a lot of popcorn on the floor.
So you got a lot of cleaning up to do. All right. Costume contest coming up on, what is it, this Friday night?
On Friday night, we're going to have Star Trek Into the Darkness this weekend. We are, broaching our digital cinema conversion process in July. So we have a couple more weekend films left, and we have Star Trek Into the Darkness. And so Friday night, I figured we might as well pull out all the Trekkies we can find out there. Come in your best Spock costume or Khan. I watched Wrath of Khan this weekend, so it's on the top of my mind. And we will do that about 7:25 on Friday evening. Hint, hint, if you participate, you're going to just get something. So come on down, come see Star Trek Wrath of Khan, or Into the Darkness on Friday and Saturday, 7:30, 1:30 on Sunday, and enjoy the movies at the Midwest.
All right, it's a good show.
Yes.
We'll be back right after this. All right, we want to do Love Free or Die, and then real quick we'll talk about this.
Okay. Jumbo screens, high-speed video streaming, and monumental catering by the Meat Shop. You need to call West Nebraska's premier multifunction facility for your next business meeting. Call 436-6888 or visit us at www.GehringCivicCenter.com. The Gehring Civic Center. This is how satisfied feels.
Back on News Extra with Billy Estes this morning, and we've talked about a number of things, including the summer movies. And you need to make sure you get that done in the Star Trek costume contest this Friday night. You also have a community cinema on Thursday.
On Thursday night after summer movies. This is our last of our community cinema for the season. It's a film called Love Free or Die about Gene Robison, the first Episcopal priest to be openly gay, and the church accepted him. Reverend Kelsey Hogue from St. Francis, I believe is what it's called now, the Episcopal Church in Scottsbluff, will be one of our panelists, along with Jill Young from the Nebraska AIDS Project. Reverend Hogue, though, however, had the, pleasure of being at Bishop Robinson's ordination a few years ago, him and his wife, and so they're going to come and talk about that experience and how that has changed the church and whatnot. So community cinema, this is the last of the season. It's Thursday evening, Love Free or Die, and that season, our community cinema will kick off again in the fall in kind of a new format it's looking like. So details are still coming together on that, but one last one for the summer.
Wow, interesting topic.
Yes.
All right, digital upgrade. Let's discuss that real fast.
So digital upgrade's getting ready to take place. We're going to be taking out our projector the afternoon after the summer movie on July 18th. Work is going to start in the theater next week. You'll kind of start to see some things change as we start to take down acoustical paneling, start to address electrical issues that we have to do. So those things are starting to progress. One of the most exciting new developments, I guess, for me, as the manager, is we're going to get to save our 35 ability. It was something that was not looking very promising, but I recently drove to Mesquite, Nevada, and picked up a couple of used 35mm projectors so we can do reel-to-reel projection. So if anybody's curious about what that's going to let us do, give me a ring. I'd be happy to talk someone's leg off, I'm sure, and be able to give us access to like Library of Congress Film Archives, UCLA Film Archives, the Oscar Film Archives. And so I hope to look at some repertory-style programming, probably starting late fall, maybe 1st of January in there somewhere when we can start to get it into our programming mix. So lots of great things coming down at the theater. I'm going to need some volunteers if anybody's interested in helping, tear down acoustic tiling or moving really heavy things up multiple flights of stairs. We have lots of opportunities for people to help us the next few weeks.
All right, and the upgrade then is the 19th, and then you open.
Yep, so we'll be closed roughly 2 weeks, and then we're going to reopen with a member and donor invite for that project on Thursday the 8th. The film yet to be announced, and then we'll be open on Friday, August 9th for the weekend with our first film in digital for public consumption. So that seems a long ways away, but it's really only about 6 weeks away.
Not very long, I can
So,
tell you.
Come down and see the movies before we change, and then come back after we change. There's just a couple more, be 2 weekend films left before we do our conversion. So this weekend and then the weekend of July 12th. So it will be here before we know it.
That's no question about it. All right, bud. Thanks.
Thanks a lot.